This video is going to discuss Chapter 1.4, Ordered Pairs and Relations. The first thing I want to talk about are these three terms. So if you think about the x-axis is the horizontal axis going across, so that would be this. And the y-axis is the vertical axis going up and down, and that is this. Keep in mind that an ordered pair is a point on a graph that has two values, an x value, which represents its horizontal, and its y value, which represents its vertical. The origin is this point here, where the two axes intersect, and that point is 0, 0. All right, now when plotting points, and I'm just going to use the quadrant 1, which is all the positive. When plotting points, remember that you use the x value first and then the y value second. So for example, to find point 3, 2, I would want to start at the origin and go over 1, 2, 3, and then I would want to go up 2, and I should get myself to approximately there. This would be 3, 2. If I wanted to find 2, 3, however, I would go over 2 and then up 3, which would put me here. So this point is 2, 3. All right, now, if I wanted to find, for example, this point, if I were given that point and not given the coordinates, I would need to count the x value first, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the x value of this point is 5, and then the y value is, I go up 1. So this point is 5, sorry, I was off the camera, 5, 1. All right, the last thing that I want to discuss is relations, domain, and range. So relation is basically a set of ordered pairs. If I wanted to express this relation in a table, and remember you could go vertical or horizontal, I'm going to do a horizontal table. All I would do is take the x value, which is 0, and the y value, which is 2. The x value, which is 1, and the y value, which is 4. The x value is 2, the y value is 5, and then the x value is 3, and the y value is 7. Now, you're going to be asked to find the domain and range. And domain and range, essentially, domain means any number that you can plug into this relation or into this function. And the domain is basically the x values. So the domain of this would be all of the values of x. And you'll notice I'm going to do the fancy parentheses. And the domain is 0, 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, it's kind of an ugly fancy parenthesis on that side. And the range is the y value. It's all the numbers that could come out. And that is 2, 4, 5, and 7. Now, you'll notice that we use these fancy parentheses, as I call them, as opposed to these regular parentheses, because the fancy parentheses tell us that it is a set of numbers, whereas the regular parentheses are simply going to tell you that it's an ordered pair. So if you were to put regular parentheses around this, someone might mistake it as an ordered pair and not that these are all x values and these are all y values. You're lucky in this one in that I have no practice problems for you, so that's all your homework for tonight.